What's up, everybody? Please excuse the workbench. It's a little bit of a mess. Today I'm gonna go ahead and go over a couple of my previous builds. Am I even in this damn camera? I am now. Alright, and these were built, both of these were built a couple years ago. And, they sit around and they collect dust. But this one's kind of been ever evolving, actually. I built it 2 years ago, but little by little I've been changing things. But I'll go ahead and just go over it and let you guys take a look. So right there is the 62 Chevy Impala SS. It's got some McLeans on it with some wide whites. We used to call those in the hood, we used to call them foots. I don't know why they call them foots, but we call them foots. And there's the interior. There's the chain steering wheel. That's actually a billet steering wheel. Yeah, you can see there's a small amount of glue on there because that piece of the chain, that link, it actually got soft. So I had to, drop a dab on there. And then here's the engine. Ironically, that engine that's sitting in there is not the 409 that belongs in the engine. It's shit, I don't even know what it is. I don't remember. It's a much smaller engine, like a 327, I think it is. I swapped it out of another car, and the 409 that belongs in it, I believe it's either sitting in a box on a Nomad kit that I made that I'm gonna redo, that Nomad kit right there, or it's actually sitting in that car. It's sitting somewhere. I believe it's sitting in this one, actually. I mean that one, but you know what I'm saying. I'm still working on this one little by little. I'm gonna foil the window around the window frame a little, but here's where we're at. Like I said, I built it a couple years ago. Somehow I lost the light bezel that's on there. The bezels popped out. Someone dropped the grill and it came off. I said there's the engine. It's not super detailed. It's not a super detailed engine, but it's it's got a little bit of stuff in there. As you can see, some Edelbrock intakes on there. I forgot which kit that came out of, but it was a pretty cool little addition. I think it was a little smaller than what I needed to fit, but I liked the way it looked. And then of course you got those, nothing says Chevy Bel Air or Impala like those 3 tail lights. Let me go ahead and show you the chassis. Oh, the grill did fall off on that one. Man, I thought I fixed it. There you go. It's got, the suspension in the back. And then there's the front suspension. The engine matches the body. I actually found these rims and tires at a hobby shop, a local hobby shop called Al's Hobby in Elmhurst, Illinois. I actually picked them up about 2 years ago, right before I finished completing this kit. And the funny thing is they didn't really carry anymore. They downsized quite substantially from what they used to have. And I was digging through a box of random stuff they had. It was a small box, and I came across the rim and the tires and I picked them up for I think it was $4 for the rims and the tires, which wasn't bad. They were brand new in the package. I thought that was phenomenal. I guess that's the plus side about the hobby, is that since it's dying so much, it seems like from time to time you can get stuff cheaper. Then there's my Ghetto Cruiser. I was gonna do some trimming around the windows on this bad boy. I've been doing a lot of commission builds, so it hasn't been possible. I built this one quite some time ago, so the interior ain't as good as the Impala, but that's where we're at. You know, that's what you see up in there. You know, the trim. Let's go ahead and pop the engine up. You know, it's somewhat of a detailed engine bay. You know, went ahead and tried to dress it up the best I could. It's just your average Chevy Ghetto Cruiser. That's all it is. Your west side of Chicago fucking Ghetto Cruiser. But that's two of my other builds. Thanks for watching. And you'll see the status of my other builds. But let's get this over here like this. And then yeah, the other day I attempted to wet sand this. I think I talked about this in the last video. Actually, I think it actually came out kind of cool, even after I tried that weathering technique. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna primer it with a different base primer, and I'm gonna try a different color green on top of the metallic that I used to kind of blend it in, and then I'm gonna go ahead and try and do the rust technique again, because I got some pretty cool. But then I'm already down to the plastic, and I took the visor off, and we'll see how this one comes out. The kit, I've been working on that kit for probably 6 months on and off, and a little bit here, a little bit there. You know, we'll see. It's not the first time I've had to reprimer it or repaint it, so whatever. But yeah. Just want to showcase and let you guys see what else I have that I've worked on. That, you know, some of them, because I don't finish some of it, or I want to jump on a new project right away, I leave off some of the details. I had a stressful day today, and I just finished two of the customers' builds, which I'm gonna bust that video out soon too. Yeah, man, it'll be nice to catch up on some of my own stuff that I gotta touch up. I might give myself a little break before I jump on the next commission builds. I still got the Trans Am sitting there. I gotta paint the body kit on it silver, and luckily those cars were swaying away from chrome at the time, so I might paint around the window, paint it black or something like that, like the rubber trim they were using back then. You know, little small details. I don't do super details, but, you know, some things people pay attention to, you know. It's like, oh, wow, you got that, you know. Yeah, there you go. And thanks for watching once again, and thanks for visiting the 420 garage. Sorry I don't have no updates on that pickup. And then, once again, this bad boy will be going back to the paint shop, because you've seen the cracks and the damage. On such a nice paint job, that's it's heartbreaking, man. At least I got some nice photos before it got destroyed, but it's salvageable, and we've decided to give it a name. Once it comes back from paint, we're probably gonna repaint it the same color. Excuse me. But when it comes back from paint, I'm gonna have to watch Dr. Cranky again and see where he got his license plates from, because this one's going to be called Second Chance, because it's getting a second chance, because the way stuff fell on this kit, that pillar should have been smashed in half, and it didn't. So it's definitely getting a second chance, and this one's gonna be, you know, this is the boss's ride. So you'll see the progress of this bad boy. So I forgot to drop it off at my buddy's house today when I was in Chicago, but I'll be going back to the city soon, and I'll be dropping this back off to get another badass paint job on there. That shit is badass. It is a badass paint job. I mean, it is like no other. His actually the guy that painted this car for me. His dad used to paint my cars for me back in the day, because I've been, obviously I've been building for a long time, and when I actually at one point with my building when I was like 16, 17, there was a local body shop down the street from my house, and the guy would charge me $10, and he would squirt up my car in the color for me, and once you go that route, and you get a nice paint job, it's, I like doing the these are all rattle can, of course, you could tell, and these are enamel on top of it, and but it's I think I'm a traditionalist that way, but I do definitely appreciate the shine and look at that bad boy. But yeah, there's my video, buddy. And keep subscribing and keep paying attention, man. And you know how we do. You know how we do. This is the 420 Garage saying peace out, and you guys have a good evening. And we'll see what else I come up with. Please subscribe, and I've been subscribing to a lot of you guys who may have subscribed. So I trying to be part of the community, trying to make sure other people know that there's other people out here doing it, man. Show your work. I mean, nowadays with the phone, shit, my cell phone, I could do everything. I could do a lot more than just record videos. I could edit I mean, you could do everything. And so there's no reason if you got a smartphone and you're building model cars, there's no reason at all you shouldn't be recording your builds and putting that shit on YouTube or sharing it. But that's just me. That's just me. But here we are, and you guys have a great evening.